Hey guys, it's Maggie. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a chit chat get ready with me using only drugstore products. I'm very excited about this video. This could also be used as like a back to school makeup look. You can definitely either tone it down or amp it up, remove steps, add steps, do whatever you really want with this. This is just basically a classic simple look that I go to if I don't really know what to do with my makeup or if I want to make sure it's very neutral. I love all these products and I'm really excited to share them with you guys. I did want to say that there's a little bit of a favoritism when it comes to brands, and that would be I'm a huge fan of NYX. I just love a lot of their products, so I have quite a few of those in this video. I'm sorry if you don't really consider NYX a drugstore brand, but I definitely do because the prices are quite a bit better than, say, like high-end Sephora brand. But yeah, let's just get started. Now to start off, of course, I'm going to go with an eyelid primer like I always do. It's just by e.l.f. It's a really great drugstore primer, but I think this is really important, especially because, when it comes to either a full day of school or work, or even just a full day in general doing errands and things, you want to make sure your eyeshadow and your products last, and especially with my oily lids, I don't think a creasing look is the best way to go, Now again, talking about long-wear makeup, I want to make sure I prime the face as well to help those products stay on too. So I'm going to be using the Nivea Men Aftershave Balm. This is a sensitive skin version. This is an amazing primer because the glycerin in it really does adhere to your makeup, and I really notice a difference in the length of how long it lasts. And you really don't need very much, but I've talked about this before on my channel. You want to make sure to warm it between your fingers, and then you want to massage it into your skin until it becomes like a tacky feeling, because then it's really going to help that makeup stick on. Now while that's kind of sinking into my skin, I'm going to go onto my brows. My favorite quick everyday brow product is the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara. I have mine in the shade Blonde. I just love this. It's really quick to use, but it also fills in your brows enough and actually causes them to stay in place as well. Now I did want to mention as well, of course this isn't going to give you like Instagram brows or anything. It's just going to define them, fill them in a little bit, add a little bit of a zhuzh, and just kind of help balance out the rest of your face as well. Now it's time to go back to the eyes. I always start out with some kind of matte transition crease kind of color, just so everything can blend nicely. My favorite one right now is actually this NYX matte bronzer in the shade Light. It just works really, really well. And since the other two eyeshadows I'm using today are singles, I wanted to make sure to use something that wasn't in a palette, just so it was easy to access. And the great thing about this too is it's multi-purpose, so I'm also going to use it later in the video as well. So now we're going to go with an eyeshadow from NYX. This is the Prismatic shadow in the shade Girl Talk. This is a beautiful, light, pinky champagne color. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to pack this all over my lid. It's really going to help brighten up the eyes a lot, and I think it's really just going to kind of bring you all together, This kind of gives a similar effect to the Stila Kitten eyeshadow. It's not quite as bright as that one or quite as reflective, but it's in the same kind of color family. So I just wanted to update you guys really quick. Right now I'm in the midst of pre-filming. I kind of mentioned this earlier in a couple of videos back, but I'm really excited because today, or the day that I'm filming, I'm going to meet my friend Ashley at the airport. She's been gone for 2 months and I missed her so much. I'm so excited to see her. I don't know if she knows if I'm coming or not, to be honest. I know that she knows that her family is going to be there, but I don't know if she knows that I'm coming, so I'm excited to see her. I just love this color. I don't know if you can see, but I definitely see this beautiful glowy eye that I've got going on. Now you can definitely see the eyeshadow just like this, but of course, I want to add a little bit of something extra. I'm going to go in with this other NYX Prismatic shadow in the shade Bedroom Eyes that are sensual. This is a really pretty bronze. I'm not going to use very much, but I just want to use it just to kind of deepen the outer corners a little bit, give it a little bit of a, as we would say, zhuzh. I'm just taking a tiny bit. I'm just going to pop this on the outer half of the lid, and then I'm going to kind of wipe off the excess on my hand, and then I'm going to go in and blend. If you guys haven't seen my review video on the NYX Prismatic shadows, I would definitely go check it out. I, long story short, really love these. I go into full in-depth review and I give you guys swatches of the colors that I own, and yeah, I really like these. I think they're really good drugstore shadows. Now, of course, when you introduce a darker shade like this one, you just want to make sure to blend every step you go, just to make sure everything is seamless, you don't go over the top.
So
I think this is even as we're gonna get with the eyes, but I just really love the way it turned out. It just looks so effortless, yet like kind of put together, you know? That's just like my favorite kind of look for every day. So now we're gonna go on to an eyeliner that I'm using. This is the NYX Wonder Pencil. I'm just gonna put this in my waterline. I love using this because it really makes you, you know, look so much more awake, and it really brightens up your whole eye look. I'm gonna do this off camera really quick. I'll also add a little bit of this just in my inner corners too, just to act as a base, because we're also gonna put a little bit of like a highlight shadow in there too, just to help the longevity. Then as for the inner corner, I'm gonna go back in with Girl Talk, and I'm just gonna take this on like a tiny little brush, and I'm just gonna pack this on the inner corner. Now, if you decide, you know what, I really don't want a full eye, you know, lid of shadow, you could always just put a little bit of this on the inner corner, or a little bit of that liner on the inner corner, and it would really just amp up your look a little bit. Now going on to mascara, I'm going to use the NYX Curvaceous. I just like to add a little bit of mascara just to add a little bit more drama. Also, I find if you use eyeshadow without mascara, it looks a little bit weird. At least it does on me. We're going to go on to dark circle correcting because I have serious issues with that. Right now, I think mostly it's because I've been filming, editing, uploading, you know, trying to get everything ready before I go away. And I haven't gotten quite as much sleep as I probably should have. But I'm going to use a color corrector. This is just the e.l.f. I think it's called the Blendable Concealer or something. This is the shade Light Beige. It's the lightest color they have, but it is super orangey. So I just use it as a corrector. I'm just going to pop this under my eyes like so. This isn't gonna be anything crazy. It's just gonna help lighten the shadow a little bit. If you do want more like an intense color corrector, I would use just like an orange or peach straight up like a pot concealer. As for coverage, I've been really enjoying my L'Oreal YouthCode BB cream, so I thought that I'd use it today. It's just like a nice, light, kind of evening out skin tone, really glowy, moisturizing product. This is a little bit dark for me right now, so I'm gonna mix it in with the NYX Pro Foundation Mixer, but I just love this combo. Pretty good. And I'm just dotting a little bit of this. Then just to blend everything out, I'm just gonna use my beauty blender. It's just my favorite way to get a nice natural finish. Now for under eye concealer, I'm going to use a combination of these two. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer and the e.l.f. Under Eye Concealer. I just like to use a combination just so I can kind of highlight my face a little bit. But the good thing about this combination is it's not cakey, it's just very liquidy and blendable, and I just love it. So I usually first go with Maybelline Fit Me Concealer and just put this right under my eyes, kind of really in the area where I have dark circles, and a little bit on the outer corner to help clean up eyeshadow and, you know, like sometimes you get like that redness. Then I go with my e.l.f. one, and I usually just apply this on the high points of my face, just to make sure everything blends nicely. And it kind of gives like a natural highlight too. You definitely don't have to do this whole thing, but it's just what I like to do. Again, just taking my beauty blender. Now I'm just gonna let this set into my skin. I'm gonna give it probably about 5 minutes just to make sure that it really does sink in and kind of sets down in place, and then I can put other products on top of it. So let it kind of set into my skin a little bit. Now I'm gonna go in with what I call the blush glue stick. This is the Revlon BabyStick. This is the color Tahitian. It really helps your blush stay on so much longer. So I'm just gonna stipple a bit of this on my cheeks. So now for blemish concealer, I personally am okay with how covered my blemishes are right now. But if you do want to add a little bit more coverage, I definitely recommend the NYX Conceal Correct Contour Palette. I think they have 3 or 4 different shades. It's just the color light. It comes with a bunch of different colors you can mix. The texture of these is just perfect for blemishes. Not too thick, but not too thin. It stays in place, and it still kind of blends out. It's just a really good product. Now I'm going to go with my Maybelline Fit Me Powder. I'm first going to set my under eyes, and then I'm just going to set the rest of my face with this. Now I'm going to go back in with that NYX bronzer. I'm just going to use this just to kind of lightly contour slash like warm up my face. I just want to give myself a little bit more life because, you know, after you apply foundation, sometimes you can just look a little bit washed out, especially I can. Go with some blush just to kind of liven up my cheeks a little bit. I'm going to use this NYX one. This is a high definition blush in the shade Soft Spoken. It's just a really nice light peach color. It just gives you like a subtle glow. I think it just really complements any makeup look, and it's just like a good everyday natural blush, you know? Forgot to mention, I'm also going to have all these products listed in the description box. As for highlight, you can totally skip that. I mean, I feel like you probably have a decent amount of glow, if you're not really a glow person, you know, but I am. So I'm going to go back in with the Girl Talk shadow, and I'm just going to lightly apply this to my cheekbones. Just like a natural, kind of, I would say like angelic glow, you know? Now going to the lips, you can really do any kind of lip color you want. I'm going to go with something a little bit more neutral, so I'm going to start off with this Essence lip liner in the shade In the Nude. I'm not doing anything crazy with my lips either. I'm just going to kind of line them a little bit just to help the other lip products stay on a little bit longer. Then I'm going to go with this Essence liquid lipstick. It's a pigmented gloss. That's really what I would call it more. This is the shade Almost Real. It's a beautiful peachy nude color. Just really quick and easy to apply, you know? Last step I'm going to do is apply some setting spray. This is the NYX Dewy Finish setting spray. This is amazing for helping your makeup last a lot longer and also gives more of a dewy finish. Ooh, yeah. And that is everything for this makeup look. I personally really love it. I love how it's nice and glowy. It really just kind of naturally enhances your features and makes you just look really put together, yet you don't look like you just spent like 3 hours doing hardcore beat face makeup, you know? I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. It would mean the world to me. Also, if you want to keep up with me on social media, I have Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. They're all listed in the description box, so definitely go check that out. I love you guys so, so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!